Then go for the don't miss or your campaign is over.
The first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. The Detroit Pistons have a commanding 3-0 series lead. Is it time for their dreams to be realized? For their thirst to be quenched? Find out tonight as they do battle against the Washington Wizards. Round one of the NBA playoffs continues.
Dunk champs, Grant Hill and Brent Barry, our analysts tonight. Brian Anderson here. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. So a look at our starters for the Wizards. Bilal Coulibaly out there with Jordan Poole. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then there's Sarr. And it's Champagnie at power forward. And for the Pistons, down low, it's going to be Harris and Duren. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. And it's Thompson in at the small forward position. You look at the Pistons, this series has been exactly what they wanted. Nobody predicted this outcome.
Nobody at all. I mean, to be up 3-0 in the first round as the lower seed is truly amazing. They've been sensational and definitely want to close it out here at home.
Now here's Poole. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And here's Duren for three. And Detroit another three.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Washington now. 6-point game. Here's Coulibaly. Kicks it out to Middleton. Poole against Cunningham. Shot clock at 6. Poole, the pass to Sarr. The rebound by Detroit. Ivy outside. Takes the three. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
For Washington, they've gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Now here's Coulibaly. He's closely guarded. It's Poole to drive. And so they foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Shot to stop the run.
That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
Thompson passes to Duren. And here's Cunningham outside. Another three for Detroit.
I just love the ball.
And it's Poole with the ball for the Washington Wizards. Timeout. Nothing up yet on the scoreboard for him. And timeout is called by Brian Keefe. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. And it's a completely new group for the Pistons. Away. Pass to Coulibaly. Here's Sarr. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. And Allie LaForce spoke with J.B. Bickerstaff. Allie?
I talked with him about how he's approaching matching up with Jordan Poole tonight, and he said to make sure we don't lose him on defense, we have to talk and we have to know where he is. Expects his team to be very active and talkative here tonight. Guys? Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
I mean, just a tough start, missing their first 5 shots.
Here's Reed. And the Pistons, another three!
And they are letting those threes fly from outside. Really in a great rhythm.
Pass to Kispert. Inside. Here's Middleton. Misses from close range. And here's Detroit. 15 points in a row. Good run right now. Here's Sasser. And the Pistons, another three!
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Pass to Reed. Lets the three fly. And Detroit another three.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And timeout is called by Brian Keefe. He wants to give them a breather and talk things over.
And the other team is running all over them right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
He's checked in for Sarr. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Coulibaly. And Smart subbed in for Poole. A minute 39 left in the first quarter of the game. Middleton passes to Kispert. There's the double with Thompson. And we're going to have a jump ball. Harris outside. Pass to Duran. From deep. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. Duran's got 6.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And so Smart will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Searching for their first points of the game. Brogdon feeling it out a bit. No good. Unable to win this run.
Better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Thompson's gone a perfect 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first. Holmes, no good. And it's Detroit with the ball. Cunningham on the wing. Middleton covering. And that one's good. Thompson.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Every trip up the floor gets more and more important.
Yes, indeed. They badly want to stop the bleeding here.
Pass to Middleton. Kispert, right side. Thompson pulls it in.
Practically a block. good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons cruising into the next quarter with a 30-point advantage. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. Back after this. And we welcome you back to Game 4, folks. Thanks for joining us. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Detroit.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
I wonder if pace and playing fast is something that they're being encouraged to do, because right now they feel like the faster team.
And Washington with possession. On the court for Washington. Kispert is out there with George. Then it's Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Marcus Smart. And it's Champagnie at center, filling out the middle. Missed inside. Stewart outside. Jacks up a three. And the three-pointer goes. Stewart's got his first 3 points of the game.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
George outside. Pass to Brogdon. 5 to shoot. From deep. Rebounded by the Pistons. Thompson scanning the floor. Fires from deep. Knocks down the triple. Thompson's got 12.
And meeting those expectations. I mean, this is what we all wanted to see from Thompson on offense.
Brogdon, the pass to Kispert. The rebound by Stewart. Detroit has gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. Pass to Beasley. Fires the three. And Detroit another three.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And out of bounds. Detroit will have it. And some changes here for Detroit. Tobias Harris comes in for Thompson. And Cunningham subbed in for Schroeder. Sars checked in for Washington. Poole comes in for Smart. The Pistons have gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. The three, here's Harris. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. Cunningham's got 3 assists tonight. For Washington, they've got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second. Now here's Poole. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And stolen by Cunningham. There's the triple. And Detroit another three.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Poole shot is off.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end. You can't find a way to get the embers going.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactics.
Now here's Cunningham. He has 6. Puts up a 3. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
Pretty much poor defensive effort there. You have to get a hand in his face when he's spotting up from distance.
Pass to Sar. Knocks it loose. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Beasley, pass to Cunningham. The three. And the Pistons Pistons, another three.
Oh, he is feeling it. 3 trifectas here in the second quarter, 4 already for the game.
Here's Brogdon. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. The Pistons have gotten all 8 shots to go. A perfect second quarter so far. 3-pointer, Stewart. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Cunningham's got his 4th assist in this one. 1:14 left in the half. To the paint. Here's Poole. Poole. Hardaway grabs the board.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Now here's Brogdon. Still without a bucket. George outside. To the middle. Here's Poole. And Cunningham pulls it down.
A bit shocking that he has not registered one made field goal in the quarter, guys.
Beasley, pass to Cunningham. And Detroit another 3.
Guys, he can't miss. I swear, he was trying to miss that. He did not miss. That means he can't miss.
Now here's Brogdon. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Beasley for 3. And Detroit another 3.
This story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Poole against Cunningham. Poole outside. Washington again can't hit. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for Detroit. Oh, what a quarter. He was absolutely on fire offensively. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
And we thank you for joining this postseason broadcast, and it's been an outstanding first half for the Detroit Pistons.
So, if you've been around this game, you see the trends. What they're doing tonight, that's how a bunch of teams are being built, playing outside in as a viable approach. If you have guys who can do that.
Yeah, they do. This lead didn't happen by accident.
Checking out how the Pistons are doing in this series. Well, guys, safe to say they're in cruise control right now.
At this point, Ernie, all they got to do is keep the car on the road, man. Just don't go off to the left or right. Just keep on keeping on.
Don't let up. Keep your foot on the gas. Take this thing across the finish line.
Sure, I'm glad you were able to drive home. Those points. It's so good. Yeah,
see what you did with that one, Ernie.
It's unbelievable. It's a gift.
Yeah, it is.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And thanks for sticking with us as this round 1 game continues. Nice game. Great performance by Cade Cunningham.
Hey, we didn't expect this. Not normally a big-time assist maker. He's done a great job moving the ball around.
You can get into a passing rhythm, and so far all of his have been on point.
So it's Poole who brings up the ball for Washington. Thompson and Harris are the 3 and the 4. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. And it's Duren in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Detroit right now. Ivy finds Thompson. Ooh, he's locked in. Dreams his 5th shot in as many attempts.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
Washington with the ball. Here's Middleton. Misses from short range. Cunningham passes to Harris. Three-pointer. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Harris has got his second bucket on the night.
Well, early in his career, defense is challenged Tobias Harris to take this shot. Now they don't want him to, for good reason.
Here's Sarr. He's scoreless. Ivy outside. Beyond the arc. That one no good. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Pass to Poole. Six to shoot. Stolen by Ivy. Middleton against Thompson. Duran, the pass to Cunningham. Lets it go from deep. Nails it from beyond the arc. Cunningham's got 21.
Not wasting any time here. Kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Pass to Sarr. Outside Coulibaly. And stolen by Cunningham. And up the court come the Pistons on the break. On the wing, Thompson. The three is up. He drops it from range. Thompson's got 6 in the quarter.
And at any level of basketball, the turnover differential can make all the difference.
To the inside. Duran with a steal. And now the Pistons in transition. Thompson with it. Poole picks him up. And the Pistons, another three.
You know, a pretty easy solution to stopping this run would be to get back on defense. It's pretty simple.
It's Poole on the wing. Who poked away. And so the ball out of bounds. Duran touched the glass. So for the Wizards, Kispert comes in for Coulibaly. And Malcolm Brogdon is subbed in for Poole. Brogdon, the pass to Champagny. Middleton outside. Just 5 to shoot. To win the drought. Blocked. Stewart with it. He has 6. Beasley for 3. And Detroit another 3.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Here's Champagny. No points yet. Here's the pick. No good there. Some solid defense from Stewart. The Pistons have gone 6 of 7 and appearing confident in this half. Beasley for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Beasley's got 15 points.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They're pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Now here's Hardaway. Down the pipe it goes. Schroeder with the assist. Hardaway's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Middleton against Beasley. Pass to Brogdon. Rebounded by the Pistons. 44 seconds left in the third quarter. Beasley for 3. And Detroit another 3.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
The Wizards have gotten off to a rough start. Now 0 for 5 in the second. Here's Middleton. They can't stop the run with that one. Boy, this could snowball if they continue to put up points.
I can't say enough about their performance.
Pass to Clinton. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Shot's good by Schroeder.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
Fires for three. Buries it from three. Schroeder's got 6 here in the quarter.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactics.
And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. Detroit on top, delivering the blowout. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter when we return. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining 2K Sports and our coverage of this first round. So on the floor for the Wizards, we've got Marcus Smart. Kispert is out there with George. And it's Carrington in at the 2. Here's Carrington. Pass to Smart. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Stewart. Here's Reed. And the Pistons, another 3. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Pistons.
I mean, those swats, they can get into your head, make you think twice about shooting it. So it's about more than just those block numbers.
The other part about tonight, you got to give credit to the coaching staff. They came in here with a great game plan, defensively locked in. They were ready for the sets. They jumped in passing lanes, came away with steals. I mean, they anticipated just about everything.
And Washington making a change here. Bayes checked in. And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. Pass to Carrington. The rebound by Beasley. Detroit has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Outside Schroeder. Out to the right wing. Three-pointer Stewart. And the Pistons, another 3.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Now here's Kispert. And stolen by Stewart. And here's the fast break. Here's Reed. From outside, off the mark. Here's Washington now. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. Here's Smart. No good. Had a chance to win the run there. The Pistons have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. It's Beasley on the wing. Three-pointer. And he sinks it again. 7 of 7 from the field now.
He really has a nice stroke as Beasley's jumper is able to fall.
The ball's knocked loose. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Smart. Tipped. Now here's Reed. Defended by Kispert. Reed passes to Schroeder. Back to Reed. Outside Schroeder. 6 on the shot clock. Beasley for 3. Another 3 for Detroit.
A great three-point gunner. Beasley even better from the corner.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Bay finds George. Pass to Beasley. From behind the arc. Good! Another from 3.
And he's letting it fly from long range. to devastating effect.
And has now tied the franchise record for triples in a playoff game. George, a screen on Schroeder. Smart passes to George. Another miss. Boy, they're in a funk right now. And Schroeder has got the ball here for Detroit. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Three-pointer, Stewart. And Detroit another three.
These guys really stepped up and played their hearts out to finish the series on their terms. So it's going to be on to the next round for the Pistons.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
They just own this series from the start. A clean sweep and a dominant showing from them.
Yeah, super impressive. They took a hold of this series from the jump and just never took their foot off the accelerator.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Cade Cunningham.
So sharp on the passing tonight. You know, guys can get into a rhythm that way too.
Holland, he's checked in for Reed. Poole, the pass to Champagny. 5 on the clock. The three is up. The Wizards with another miss.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one. He
connects again from distance.
The three's coming fast and furious. He is scorching the nets.
Yes, and now tied for the third most three-point field goals in a single game in playoff history.
The 10 triples equals Dame Lillard's buzzer-beating performance in 2019 when he waved goodbye to the Thunder.
Here's Coulibaly. No good again that time. They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
Hey, expanding his range. Another three for Detroit.
Got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And Poole puts up a deep three. Can't connect. And with that win, they'll be moving on to round 2. And they delivered an epic performance, sweeping this best-of-7 series.
That's what you want to do. Get out of the first round as quickly as possible. Now the road gets a little harder.
Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us during the first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. For Brent Barry, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for tuning in. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Malik Beasley.